Imagine the crushing weight of an entire nation resting entirely on your shoulders. The clock is ticking down relentlessly. The fans in the stands are biting their nails in absolute silence. And the opposition? They are defending as if their very lives depend on it. Welcome to the unforgiving stage of the FIFA World Cup. Have you ever wondered what actually goes through a world-class striker's mind when he is completely shut out of a game? When he touches the ball only 10 times in 45 minutes of grueling football? That is exactly the nightmare that happened to Harry Kane and the mighty England squad when they clashed with a relentlessly stubborn Panama team. But how did a game that looked destined for a frustrating, heartbreaking draw suddenly turn into a historic night of broken records and pure magic? Let us dive deep into the tactical masterclass and the raw, unfiltered emotion of England versus Panama. The stage was perfectly set for this decisive Group L encounter. England came into this match knowing absolutely that they needed to make a massive statement to the world. The Three Lions were hungry. They were determined to dominate. But Panama had a completely different script prepared for the evening. From the very first blow of the referee's whistle, the pitch turned into an absolute battlefield. Panama constructed a defensive wall so thick, so highly disciplined, that the English attackers were left completely scratching their heads. You could literally see the dark frustration building up on the faces of the England players. Every single forward pass was intercepted. Every dynamic run down the wings was aggressively blocked. They were suffocating the English midfield. Harry Kane, the captain, the man England always looks up to in moments of extreme crisis, was completely isolated from the rest of his team. He was locked down by a relentless Panamanian defense. Can you imagine the sheer mental torture for a striker of his caliber? He touched the ball a mere 10 times in the entire first half. Just 10 times. The fans in the stadium grew incredibly restless. The silence in the English sections was deafening and filled with pure anxiety. Were we about to witness another classic, tragic English collapse on the world stage? The referee blew the whistle for halftime. The scoreboard read 0-0. As the players walked down the tunnel, a heavy, suffocating cloud of doubt hung over the English camp. What on earth was the manager going to tell his boys in the dressing room? How do you break down a wall that simply refuses to crack? The answer to that burning question was about to change the history of English football forever. The second half kicked off, and you could immediately sense a massive, undeniable shift in the atmosphere. England did not just step onto the pitch, they stormed onto it like men possessed. They took complete and utter control of the game's tempo. The passes were sharper, the movement was incredibly aggressive, and then the 62nd minute arrived, the exact moment of pure magic. Bukayo Saka stood quietly over the corner flag. The tension in the massive stadium was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Saka delivered a beautiful, curling ball directly into the danger zone. And who else but Jude Bellingham, rising high above the chaos of the penalty box. Bellingham struck the ball with absolute deadly precision. Goal! The net bulged violently. The stadium absolutely erupted in a roar of pure relief and joy. The golden boy had delivered when his country desperately needed him the most. England was finally ahead. But if you thought England was going to sit back, relax, and defend that single goal, you were completely wrong. They smelled blood in the water. The Panamanian defense, which had looked so utterly unbreakable just an hour ago, was suddenly chaotic and vulnerable. The heavy psychological blow of that first goal had completely shattered their confidence. Just 5 short minutes later, in the 67th minute, the magic happened all over again. This time, the deadly goal scorer turned into the ultimate creator. Jude Bellingham picked up the ball on the left flank. He looked up, he saw his captain making a desperate, powerful run into the box. Bellingham whipped in a stunning pinpoint cross, and right there was Harry Kane, defying all the harsh critics, defying that incredibly frustrating first half. Kane launched himself into the air and powered a beautiful, unstoppable header right into the back of the net. 2-0. That was not just any ordinary goal. That specific header carried the massive weight of football history. With that brilliant strike, Harry Kane scored his 82nd international goal for his country. But much more importantly, it was his 11th World Cup goal. He successfully surpassed the legendary Gary Lineker to become England's all-time top scorer in World Cup history. A monumental, breathtaking achievement born from sheer resilience and mental toughness. Jude Bellingham, with a crucial goal and a stunning assist, was rightfully crowned the man of the match. His phenomenal performance was an absolute masterclass in midfield domination. When the final referee's whistle finally blew, the story was beautifully complete. England secured a vital 2-0 victory over a tough opponent. With 7 solid points, the Three Lions proudly topped Group L, marching straight into the round of 32 knockouts. For Panama, it was unfortunately the sad end of the road. They put up a brave fight, but they leave the tournament having secured 0 points. England survives, evolves, and looks more dangerous than ever before. If you loved this deep dive into football history, make sure you hit that like button right now. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on Jude Bellingham's incredible performance. Share this video with every football fan you know, and don't forget to subscribe to Total Football Nexus for more incredible football stories.